All right, so let's take a look at uh, just changing some of the preferences here in JSBin. So I'm going to add in well, we can just go to editor settings here. And let's change the font size to 20. And you can change, well, to whichever font or whichever one you want here. Um, we have all of these different kinds of themes here. Personally, Monokai is my favorite, but you can choose whichever one you really want to. It doesn't really matter what your theme here is. I generally tend to like looking at a darker screen personally. Um, and there's a bunch of other options here, but it's not really as important right now. And if you really want to, and you're working with JSBin, you can do that here. It doesn't change the top, unfortunately, but hopefully in a different version we'll do that here. Okay. So as you can see, we now have our theme here. And we also have our output, and nothing has really changed. Now you'll also notice that the actual scene hasn't changed and it's still white, and the reason is because everything here is still white there. So and that's why. So the other thing you can do is you can also click this little button here, and as you can see, it will do that, and it will output everything here. So you always want to make sure things are refreshed, and then you can go ahead and do that here. And then for some reason, it's showing up as a black block here. And as of now, so what I did in another tutorial off screen is I changed this cube to a black color here. And for whatever reason, when we're previewing it in here, it hasn't updated. I'm not sure why that is, but anyway, the other thing you can do is if you're on a tablet or a phone, you can click this VR here, and the motion controls, like, you can't do it on a computer, but the motion controls of a phone will allow you to view whatever it is you're trying to view within VR here. So that's kind of interesting, and that VR button is obscured by this. I think it's obscured by this little button at the bottom here. So don't worry about that for the most part. We're not we won't be doing that too much. But if you really want to try this on your phone, you can. And that's the cool thing about JSBin and web technologies in general, is that they're supposed to be able to run on all devices. And because it can run on all devices, you can just run this on your phone. And I think it's really quite awesome that you can do that here. Now, exporting it to a native app like iPhone or Android, that's always it's always a little bit of a challenge, but nevertheless, you can make it work. All right. See you in the next tutorial.